Hello guys, I'm here to do the crafty project that I said I was going to do. So it's called a Woodland Scene by Kaiser Craft. I think I bought it last year. I don't know if they sell them anymore, but you can get these type of little kits from Kaiser Craft. They are quite nice. Now, where is, I have to find it. I thought I had some sandpaper in here somewhere. I may have to go and find it. What I need to do first, I've got some paints and everything here. I've already pre-done most of it. Where are we? Except for this one tree, where if you just got that, and I've traced around it like that. From previous experience, I don't put the paper on there because it makes it too thick to go in there. It just fits quite nicely in there like that. If you put the paper on there, you struggle to get it in. This is the base. So I've traced around most of the bits and pieces. So you trace it on the back side of it, making sure you know which bits and pieces that you want. So I'll just show you what I mean. So that's that one. I think I've got the last. Okay, that's the back. You just get a pen or whatever it is and go as close to the side as you possibly can. And then when you do cut on the inside. I'll show you in a minute, because this is going to be always bigger than what you want. Hopefully I'm in frame. Okay. See what I mean by doing that is when you cut them. Now these ones with the windows and here are a little bit trickier. You've got to do that with the blade. So I'll probably show you on one of them as well. But here, if you can cut, it's all the better. So cut on the inside. Even with me cutting on the inside, I can guarantee it will be too big. Okay, that's for the tree. I know this is about as interesting as watching grass grow, watching someone cut, but I'll only make you enjoy just the one. I'm going to do a lot of stuff by turning off the camera, doing stuff behind the scenes, and then voila, it'll be done, because it would be a pretty long video otherwise. Okay, this is so cute. I thought I'm not going to make it too much of a wintry scene, because in Australia it is not winter when it comes to Christmas. So I thought I'll make it a bit more, you know, not Christmassy, but okay. Now that's the back, so I'll put B for back, so that'll fit on there. See what I mean? Like I cut on the inside and it just fits really, really well. So what I'm going to do, I may even have to, it's going to seem really weird, you have to get, what I tend to do is just get a little bit of sandpaper. See how that's a little bit crooked there, and just sandpaper off the edges. And then I paint. So for that one, I'll probably use the pine green. So I paint the edges of that in a complementary colour, which is what I'll probably be doing off camera. So I'll show you that one. Do a couple of steps while I'm here. Okay. And then I've got a table at the back there, which I'm going to have everything drying on. It doesn't really matter if you go over on the top, that's okay. So trace them first. That way, if they've got, see how it's got a bit of a tracing line from pen or whatever it is, trace all your stuff first before you paint. And you don't have to go a complementary colour. You can probably just get black or brown or whatever it is, just a neutral darker colour, which would probably be okay if you haven't got a lot of, that way you save on a bit of paint if you haven't got a lot of paint stuff. So I don't bother doing the bottom because you don't see it anyway. And where are we? That's the back, so we'll paint the back of it. You don't have to, but I figured you're probably going to see a little bit of it. There we go. Certainly does absorb the paint, that's for sure. And I only do one coat, I don't really worry too much about it. Me being pedantic like I am, I usually like to paint it. So you go and check, because there probably will be, see like here, some lighter spots. And then there you go, you must make sure that you paint on the edges so that when you put down this, you don't see any white. Now it might even pay to go over these with a bit of, where are you? Here's this one, moss green, which goes okay. I'll turn this around so it can dry. It does dry pretty quick, and this is what this water is for. The forest moss. In the inks, I'd probably ink that because you do see a bit of white. You don't have to, but that's something I like to do. I'm going to do something, see, because you can see a little bit of white there where it's been cut. And I may even end up cutting just a little bit off the bottom so that it can sit in a little bit, because it does make it a little bit harder to go in if that is in there. So there you go. So that's that one. One of the trees. Now what I will do, I'll probably just get one of the rather than doing the windows, because they will probably be quite painful to do. Okay. There we go. Put this over here for a second. Stay. Here, these ones. I might just show you on the reindeer because it'll be a little quicker. Okay. Now I found some pretty awesome. That's for the house. And rather than having for the base, I'm just going to have this. This is from Kaiser Craft. They're called base coat, and there's one for grass. That's for the pole. Actually, the pole's probably a good one to do. But you do the same technique with, they've already painted the pole. Then what you would do, where are we? With things like that in the window. It's the back. Yeah, you go on the inside because it's going to be just that little bit bigger. So I always usually cut on the inside of the line. way. Yeah, see? Can you see it? Still is a little bit bigger. Where's the back? B for back. So that'll be even that little bit bigger there. I'll double check by sticking the thing on the top. Now because this is black, it will definitely need some inking on there, that's for sure. I might just quickly cut this one out, shouldn't take too long. On the inside. And then after this one, I'll probably do pause, and then for the next hour behind the scene, I'll probably do a lot of painting and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So most of it you can cut with the scissors, which makes it easier, but if you do it on the inside, it's going to work a lot better. Okay. Something just a little bit different other than working on journals. I'm just going to put this onto a craft projects playlist, and then probably have some craft projects that I'll do. It's a bit jagged there. Now I think I may have the black soot here somewhere. So that's the back. There we go, going on the inside, and definitely going to be painting that black. So just as well, I rechecked and then cut a little bit more off because it was, see, that's going on the inside and it's still a tad long, but that's okay. That's why you do the inking. Okay, so what I'll do now is just pause and proceed to cut and paint and all that kind of stuff, and I will be back when all that's done and I can show you the next step. So I'm going to probably put this book as a bit of a diagram. I've got these that are really cute with the spots, but with the face I think I might just paint white and everything, but I'll show you how I do that, and actually paint a little face on there, go the extra mile and add the Susanna touch. So okay guys, I will catch you when all the hard work is done. Hello guys, back again with all the hard work done, as I said. All the cutting and everything, so I've painted on the back of these guys and cut out this was supposed to be green, and then I ended up accidentally cutting the slits, like drawing them the wrong way, which was a real silly mistake. But I'm going to work with what I've got, and I'm actually going to probably do a little bit of green and all that kind of stuff on there, and add maybe a bit of that really nice moss that I've got on there to fix that, because I think that this colour actually doesn't look too bad. So what I'm going to do is you get your PVA glue. Okay, now where is my PVA glue? Oh, better be careful not to dip into the paint. And then you find your bits. Now I've done that, and I've done a little bit of white because I want to paint on there, and I accidentally painted on the face of that one. So I've inked around it And then I'm going to use the PVA glue, which is probably the best because it's wood. They're little wood products, and PVA glue is actually really good for wood products. So, okay. Now hopefully, we'll move the water over. Bring this over so that I am not bright on the bottom of the screen. Okay. So cute. The first thing you probably should do is do the base, but I'm going to just do the Bambis first because I'm going to be painting on them, and the paper that I used for these just doesn't seem to be as good quality as this one. A bit more. Okay, make sure that it goes on right the first time, because it does, once it hits the raw wood, it really does just soak in. I mean, the Bambis are probably okay as is if you're not an artist and can do the extra painting. I think they look rather cute, but since it's got that brown paint on there, I want to do the face anyway. How cute are they? Okay, where's my other little guy? Come on, where are you at? Oh, here we are. So I thought I'd dry them first. See, I could probably just glue on this rather than on the paper. Much to the muchness, I suppose. That way it allows it a little bit of room to move. They're so cute. Just love the little Bambis. That's what I think is what attracted me to this little collage scene in the first place. Okay. And I've inked around it as well. So just push that down. And that probably, yeah, see, if you put the glue on the actual wood and then do that, it gives you a bit of more wiggle room, I think. So I'm just going to let them dry, and then I'll probably do this. Is probably the best bet. This is actually quite a tricky little thing. All I did was just do a slit and then I cut either side. So do this first. Just as well, it's a Kaiser Craft. You know, it's got something a little naturey on the other side. So I thought, well, I could probably cut out another piece of paper. It really doesn't matter. But I thought I can work with what I got. I don't mind the autumn tones, to be honest. I think that is nice. Okay. Once I've put this on, I think I might even pause again, because none too interesting you watching me glue this stuff on. Okay. Oop. Really need to make sure there's plenty of glue on this lot, and right on the edges as well. It will use up a fair bit. Okay, hopefully I'm loud enough in my speaking. I'm always a bit soft. Except for when I get excited. Then I get louder. Now. Okay. This is going to look cute. Part of my decorations at Christmas time. Probably leave it out all year round if I don't make it too Christmassy. Okay. let's see how we've gone with that. So that's going to go on there like this. Then get in there with my fingernail and push down. A minute. This is probably the trickiest bit, I think, doing the base. So get in there with the thick fingernail, push it down. If you don't want to use your fingernail, you can always use a brush or something else. Okay. Might even pay to have something heavy on this, I reckon. Just to make sure that it stays down. Because I know that they all stay down because I've got to put glue on all these bits and stick that in there, so you know that it's gonna stay in there. There we go. Seems to be lifting up in the corner here. Okay, put that aside and let it dry. Really give it a good push down. I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably paint that if you didn't want to just paint it in the greens rather than, I mean, I can always turn it around and paint it if I find that it clashes, and then I can, that will be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause again, and then I'm going to glue all the bits and pieces on. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back again. I decided to paint it because I just don't think it looked any good. And then I have painted this little guy. So I thought I'll do one to see what it looks like first, and then I'll show you how I did it. Yeah, so you just get your white and paint along the front here. Hopefully it's, unlike other cameras, I can't really zoom in, so just have to hope for the best. Paint along here, and they've got a little bit of white on their chest as well, which is, we've got that here, and on their tail. That's why I did a bit of white around here as well. And then do a tiny little bit of white in the ears. And even along the edge here. They've got a little bit of white underneath their legs. Sort of tried to do it there, but it didn't work too well. Blend it in. Okay. Do it up just a little higher so I can have it where the eye will be. Trouble with white, you've got to go over it a couple of times. Here we go. Yeah, got pink here, just a tiny little bit. A bit of tiny little pink in the ear. And we want a little rosy cheek. And a bit more colour. Now, with the nose, just get the end of a brush, put the brown on it, and then I've got another little brown dot, which is going to go for the eye. There we go. Should be all right. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's just so these little guys have got a little bit of a face, which is quite cute. There we go. Okay, now might do a tad more white along here, I think. Sort of want to blend it in a little bit. Okay. Well, there's my little Bambies. You see the white, it's a real pain. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but at least they're not so stark with just enough little spots on there. That's all cute. Now, that was to get the bit of the coloration. There we go. I think we're done with that. Now for the interesting part. I'll just let that dry. Yep. Sorry. When it comes to being an artist, you've got a fiddle. Drives me nuts, but that's how it is. Now, okay. Now the interesting part of gluing these babies in. They don't always want to comply. So just put that over there while that dries. Still got the glue. Now, not 100% dry. There we go. So these got a little bit over the top, so it's got to go in there. You may not see it where you are. See what I mean by having that little bit of paper on the top? Makes it a lot harder for it to go in. So I'm going to take that off. That's like with these, that's why I stopped here, because having the paper on there adds that tiny bit of thickness. So I'll just show you how I do that one. Get the glue either side. And try and stick it in. It's going to not be easy. And a little, yeah, see this little guy. He's been quite difficult. See? Not as easy as they say on the instructions. There we go. I think that's going to stay in. Thank goodness that this glue dries clear. Just maybe wipe some of it off. And just let that dry. I'll show you, I'll bring it round so I can show you. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll show you another one. This one goes in here. Once again, we'll have to cut some of it off. Hopefully it'll go in a little better. The only bit about these things, putting them together isn't always easy. They've had a couple of kits over time. I've made houses and all that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness, they're tricky. But okay, that one went in a little easier. I really don't like doing that. Okay, get a bit of paper, get rid of the excess glue, push it in actually, because that will help to dry it. And if you have to, you can always go over it once it's dried with a bit of green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it again and put them all in, and then I'll show you at the end. There we go. Got a bit of an idea, see? So cute.